Okay.
I have chosen the future of the technology. I will tell you about what is augmented reality. Well, this term was coined by Thomas Preston Caudell in 1990 eh, when he worked for Boeing company. He was a pilot and he used this for training his workers. You can see him in this uh, screen. Well, augmented reality has three special features. In first place, it mixes the virtual reality and the real world. On second place, it's interactive in real time. And in third place, it has a 3D element. It's bad my screen in the third point. It, it must be said. It has a 3D element for be showed when augmented reality is work. You can see in this screen that augmented reality it's a part the real world. You can have for this technology uh, many elements to have interactive uh, train for people. But what does it work? Well, the additional information must be a 3D element, but many people can include in his work of augmented reality audios, videos, and images, but it's not considered by augmented reality. You must show 3D elements. You can see in this place work for one of my students, and it works was made uh, 2 years ago. And the future of the augmented reality has many uses. For example, in medical research, the science was uh, was used for doing prostheses and other uses. Uh, on entertainment, it is the most uses that people has working for augmented reality. You can see in this screen a child uh, to to play a game with augmented reality, and you can see two uh, place when some put a special place to have an experience for this on this of this type. In education, it's it has many uses. For example, you can use this technology in the class for enhance the learning of the students. Uh, what do you need for doing an augmented reality application? Well, you need a mobile device. You need a cámara y you need to physical marker. Uh, these three elements are enough to make an application of augmented reality, but it's necessary to uh, to have uh, to have many to have some knowledge about the programmation because it's interesting to use, but it's most interesting to do it. Well, I am sorry because I have a long time, but that I didn't to exercising my speaking, but many times. And then I hope you have understand me. It's all for now.
Thank you very much. You know what? It was so interesting. Thank you. Okay,
Thanks.
so what do you all think about this presentation? What do you think about technology in education?
Well, I think it's a necessary topic because it's necessary to improve the skills of students, and they have to learn new technologies for doing better things in his works when they will be a professionist.
That's it. You're right. I totally coincide with you. All right. So, Claudia, what do you think about Mercedes' presentation?
I think it is very interesting, and I it's like if I knew that this theme exists, but I've never like investigate more about it. And right now, I think that it is very important to use this kind of technology with our students. But well, in my case, I saw my kids that they came, like as they say right now, with a new chip or something like that. So we need uh, to be in this era for them, so we can improve our classes and to be more like interesting for them.
Yeah, you know, something surprising makes that the class environment turn in a different way. So they are interested, they are happy to have the class. They are also um, nervous for knowing what you are bringing today to the class because
Yes.
they know that it's gonna be so nice. So, hey, pretty good. All right, Samuel, what do you think about this topic?
I think that the virtual reality is very interesting because you can use it in education, and I think that use the virtual reality in education is the best way to use it because you also can use this in, for example, some kinds of entertainment like video games. But I'm against of video games. I think that the video games are very addictive, and I don't like it.
Yes, you're right. That's it. Okay, thank you very much. So, what do you think, Letty? What do you think about Mercedes' topic?
I sorry.
It's
Um,
okay.
I think I think it's very interesting topic because technology is part of our life and our future. the technology are advancing day by day, and for example, in education, we need, okay, I think not exactly we need, but it's very important the usage of the PCs or I don't know, any electronic gadget in order the children could learn a lot. But in my case, I prefer books because children could search a lot of things they could think, and the new technology gadgets uh, do- don't um, don't do anything in order the children could search many things. Uh, I don't know if they could understand my point of view, but okay, it's very important in the medical way. It's very important also because of the um, advantages the new technology could have in the surgeries and no, I don't know, etc. No?
All right, thank you very much. Okay, do anyone else want to say any opinion? Adriana, Coral?
I think, well, I'm Claudia. I think that it is necessary and it is a good thing to use in education. But as the last, I don't know, I think Leti, as she says, I think that's not all. You also need or need to work with books. I think yes, it is necessary and it's good to use technology, but that's not all, because most of the people are right now or now in our country, we are not used to read, for example. And if you have maybe a gadget or a tablet right now, children prefer to be playing than to be reading. So I think it's part of, and you have to balance these things so you can use technology, but also don't forget about books.
That's it, yes. I totally agree with you. You know what? We were talking also about what are the differences uh, about education that we have here in the in urban areas and the possibilities that and resources that there are in the rural areas. So there are places in our country that even don't have any uh, any service. For example, electricity. Obviously, they don't have internet, and so that's a very big difference that we have, not only for education, but also for the opportunities that our children have, or students. So,
Totally.
yeah. What do you think about it?
Me, Claudia?
Okay, could be Claudia or anyone
Ah,
else.
okay.
Okay, may I?
Of course, you can do it. You
Okay. I think I agree with you in that point, because I think in distance learning it's very important, the usage of the technology. For example, you could access to I don't know, for example, a preparatory school in the web. No, you don't need stay in a school, and if you live so far from the school, you could study. But in the case of the I don't know, the people who lives in the mountains or something like that, um, as you told us, um, they don't have any kind of um, source of energy, and they could access to these gadgets, not for example, and that's why I think the books are something like a jewels, because uh, with energy or without energy, you could learn or you could read, or I don't know.
Yes, you're right. Okay, thank you very much. You know what? It was so good. Thank you very much, Mercedes, for your presentation. So let's
Thanks. Yes.
continue. Thank you. Let's continue with Samuel. Samuel, let's see your presentation.
Well, how can I share my screen? Sorry.
Okay, so what we need is that Mercedes turns off her screen, and so you are going to be able to
Sure,
share
teacher.
yours.
Okay, thank
It's
you.
done.
All right, thank you.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, also I have chosen future technologies. And first, I think that we must know some technological categories, for example, civil engineering, medicine, biotechnology, nanotechnology, chemical industry, and in my case, I'm a software developer, so I will be focused in the computing. What's computing? Well, when we are talking about computing, we talk about computers, hardware, mobile devices, internet, social media, and my branch is the software development. In this slide, we can see some images about tools and also programming languages of software development. Software development, sorry. Now, I I have felt that in the software development has been an innovation in programming languages because new programming languages have emerged, sorry, and also the new programming languages offer better characteristics and better performance. But these programming languages demand better computers with more resources and capabilities, and I think that it isn't very good. I think that the innovation in computing seems a vicious circle because actually we need, or the society needs, better computers, and these computers are more expensive. I think that it isn't very good, and we need better computers to enjoy features that we don't need to use. For example, here we have an image that says Kotlin. Kotlin is a language that is pretending to replace Java, and I think that it isn't very good. Now, when we are when we are talking about future, we can take a look at quantum computing. The classical computing could find its limit very soon because the engineering can't make infinitely small transistors to get more performance. So the engineering should take a look at quantum computing. Why? Quantum computing works with quantum levels instead of electric levels, and in the performance, it could be better. Also, it uses qubits instead bits, so we could have more possibilities with qubits. It's assumed that quantum computing will be faster and it won't have the same limitations as classical computing. But quantum computing also has problems. The first problem is that it's very expensive. The big way company sells a quantum computer in 10 millions of dollars. I think that it is very crazy. And also, all the software, when I said software, I mean operating systems, application, and also drivers. All the software must be recreated. Therefore, software developers will have a lot of work to do. Also, it isn't known with confidence if the quantum computing will be faster and better than classical computing. So I think that the quantum computing is like, sorry, I don't know how to say utopia. Can you help me, please?
Oh, yes, it's utopia. It's the same
Okay,
word, just
okay, thank you.
pronunciation.
Utopia.
Well, I think that the quantum computing is like an utopia for the society. Also, I think that the computing isn't good at all because the human being has been developing a dependency of computers and mobile devices. We must remember that these technologies are good, but we can't be dependent of them. Finally, I want to say that I prefer the future technologies that help the human being and improve his health and life conditions. For example, I was searching in the web and I have found that there's an advance in the cure of cancer. Commonly, radiotherapy is used to treat tumors, but it's a little dangerous because it kills good tissues. The brachytherapy is different. It attacks the tumors from inside of them and avoiding to affect other organs. Well, that's all of my presentation. I love the technology. I am a software developer, but I think that the computer hasn't been the best invasion of the human because I think that the computer has um, has making the human life very bored because with the social media and the internet we have less we have less relationships, and I think that it isn't good. That's all for my presentation.
Thank you very much. It was pretty interesting. And so please tell me, everyone, what do you think about Samuel's presentation?
That,
Yes, of course.
well, can I say it's kind of funny to say raro, teacher? Teacher, can you